what she wanted to do for a living.
I can see why. Very applauding that shot. I mean, this is to give her a break point. I mean, she's starting to hit the lines here.
That's a tremendous serve to drop back to deuce.
You know, John Sharapova is always connected. We watch this service winner again from Davenport. She's always connected with a famous Russian. You can understand the connection between Sharapova and Yevgeny Kafelnikov. Their fathers.
I knew you were going to pull something.
Their fathers were friends, and that's how Maria was really started in tennis in Russia.
You just want me to bring up Anna Kournikov's name again. Who got to the semis here, by the way, Ted? You know this at age 16.
7 years ago today, it was Anna Kournikov's day here at Wimbledon.
4 games to 2.
She's the second youngest semifinalist, and here's Sharapova. Our Remax look at her. That she's the first Russian back here since then, a year older than Kournikova was that day.
Well, appropriately then, since it's July 1st, I will just quickly wish my brother Patrick a happy birthday.
Oh.
He's over here, so I'll get to him personally, but just in case he's listening to our telecast.
Love 15.
He's 16 plus 17. The two ages of these, Kournikova and Sharapova. Well, I'm not sure what age he admits to now, but I think it's plus 5.
First double fault for Sharapova. She's had 16 coming into this. So that's something Lindsay can attack. The second serve of hers can be a little bit dicey.
Low 13.
Her second double fault. And if that's the case with that second serve, as we've seen, it makes the first serve percentage even more important.
She kept her composure nicely when she was down break point 3-2, and now having been able to hold, she's really put the pressure back on Sharapova. She's making the game look awfully easy right now, Lindsay. This whole tournament, she's been playing at the top of her game.
Fifteen, 14.
Very well-struck return. I think when Lindsay saw Sharapova's reply, she thought it was going to float long. It wasn't cleanly struck. It just clipped the line. A little lucky there for Maria. Still down at break point. It's just too good.
Now Sharapova saved 2. And Lindsay Davenport gets the third break point. Will serve for the set.
5 games to 2, first set.
The elder stateswomen of the tour, and she's always been regarded as one of the most articulate speakers and analysts of the women's game, and hence she's had a chance to talk about Maria Sharapova and the other young players emerging.
One can never tell the roads that these girls travel down, but I think Maria's definitely on the right path, and she has a great game and very intense, and she definitely hits hard, and I think a lot of the match will depend on who's able to get the upper hand in the rally earlier, whether that be the serve or the return or a good deep ground stroke, and who's really more offensive. And I'm certainly going to do my best to try and be in that position.
Would you say Lindsay has done that so far, Mary?
I think she's very offensive. I think she's
And you mean that nicely.
in the very best way. She's playing this is the match she wanted to play. She wanted to serve big and return big. Get early control of these hard-hitting rallies.
Well, there's an example where she didn't have control of the rally early. Sharapova is edgy now down 2 breaks, and realizes this first set just about over. A little anxious now. Not sure that she's going to pull this off as she was 30 minutes ago. That'll help her confidence.
30-15.
Here's Sharapova's single biggest problem. Lindsay's only missed 3 first serves.
So
no one will ever top when Wielander played Lacan at the French in the late 80s. He missed 1 first serve the entire match. Now, I admit he wasn't going for as much as Lindsay is here today, but that's impressive.
Tragically,
so set.
tragically, Lacan's strategy was to attack the second serve.
after Davenport, that magnificent set of serving gives her one leg on her way, she hopes, to another Wimbledon final. Has drawn the obvious links to Anna Kournikova. Sharapova says, no, I'm all about tennis. Yet there has been this little experience that she's had. I'm looking for the tennis here. You guys let me know when we see it.
I like when Sharapova explained to us last month that she was a Renaissance woman. And doesn't Renaissance sort of suggest like rebirth? She's 17 years old. She plays tennis and she models. I like how she plays tennis, so believe me, she hasn't counted herself out in this match. Sharapova, born in Siberia. At an early age, they moved to Sochi, which is where they met the Kafelnikovs. They were moving away from the Chernobyl fallout when she was just a little kid. Moved to the Black Sea region. She was about 5. Martina Navratilova saw her at a clinic in Moscow. Said, this kid's good. Sharapova's father, Yuri, listened.
Yeah,
that's when they started to make plans to move someplace where she could get great.
Why didn't they just go to the Spartak Club in Moscow? That was a lot. They produced a lot of great players.
Yeah, but that place was pretty much falling down by then. That's excellent from Davenport. She doesn't do it a lot, but when she does it, it's very well judged. And again, we talked earlier about how soft her hands are. She's a terrific volley. Has won plenty of titles in doubles, and in fact, she's in the mixed doubles with Bob Bryan, one of the Bryan twins. And they're on into the 3rd round.
upset in doubles.
30-40.
Round of 16.
The men's doubles. That's
The men's doubles.
big surprise.
Justin Gimelstob, Scott Humphreys, 2 Americans with the big win. So this will mean more to Bob to try to pull out a tie.
Late per service.
Big point here for Sharapova early. First game, second set. Well,
Game.
She's feeling so much pressure on her serve.
she has broken again. Davenport has broken her 3 times.
First game, second set.
And throughout our fortnight, we have the services of the HP Hawkeye to watch the close line calls. HP services and technology help companies face, manage, and love change. There's so many names you can toss out when you see this day with a 17-year-old Grand Slam semifinal debut at Wimbledon. How about the name Boris Yeltsin?
Is Boris here?
Don't believe he's here.
Love 15.
Lindsay
But-
Davenport. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, most
Let's hear about
people,
Boris.
Well, most people will tell you that Boris came out of this era of Russian tennis will say that Boris Yeltsin was prominent in promoting the game. It was not under the communist regime, and tennis was not thought of highly when Boris Yeltsin became the premier in Russia. He loved the sport. Looked at it fondly. He was here to watch early in the fortnight.
30.
He was there when Russia won the Davis Cup for the first time in their history. Here's Mayor David Dinkins, ex-mayor of New York, who, speaking of
There you go.
loving tennis. He's at the U.S. Open every day. Loves to play his tennis. About to have another birthday himself. Good for Mayor Dinkins to be here.
Sergio.
Lindsay Davenport has finished the year on 2 separate occasions at #1 in the world, and Mary just alluded to, she's also been, back in the late 90s, #1 doubles player in the world. She's won slams there as well.
Game is Davenport.
On her 5th ace, Lindsay holds again. Sharapova's had only 1 look at a break point and couldn't convert.
Davenport leads 2 games to love.
Well, Lindsay said it. I'm serving well, and that's what's helped me so far. And she's serving beautifully. Still at 83% first serves.
She's playing, whether it's true or not. Davenport is focused and energized and playing as though this is her last Wimbledon. Sharapova, this is her second of what looks to be many. As for all the modeling work she does and all of the other photo shoots she does, this is what she wants to do the most. Really doesn't take her eye off the ball when it really comes down to it.
Let's second service.
Ball striking from Lindsay Davenport. And Sharapova knows she is beset by trouble. Because Davenport's not going away. They just keep coming at her, pushing her further and further back out of position. And it's hard to get Sharapova on her heels. She likes to step in.
She's inexperienced, but she may be experienced enough to hope it starts raining here to try to regroup.
And that second serve is glaring, and there another
15-30.
loss in the second serve, the third double.
She's been under pressure every time Davenport has served and every time Davenport has returned.
There's such a knowledgeable crowd here. They realize how desperately Sharapova needed that point even on the second serve. Gave her a big round of applause. Trying to get her into this match.
It's already been 5 straight games for Lindsay. A hold here would do her a world of good.
Advantage, Miss Davenport.
And obviously here a crucial point for Sharapova. Those are the moments when you realize there's a special talent there.
Lindsay hit that ball well. Maybe not the angle she was looking for, but she certainly didn't expect the ball to come back like this. It was desperate, but very effective.
Starting to rain again.
Yeah, John, your words are proving prophetic here.
Well, it definitely had that look. It also looks like they're going to play at least one more point. This could be the second break. They may not keep, no, they're probably, well.
Sandra DeJenkin in the chair just said to play on. Get the grounds crew ready.
When it's like this, it certainly is a Sharapova. Hasn't had knee surgery, younger. You see Lindsay looking up, and we saw that early in the match, lose her concentration just a little bit.
And that enables Sharapova to hold her serve. Her father hoping that might get her back in this match, but it's Lindsay Davenport in control. She's up a set and a break.
Now this has been Sharapova's biggest single problem. Lindsay is serving at 83% first serves in. She's averaging over 100 miles an hour on those serves, and she's only missed 5 of them. So Sharapova's going to have to hope that that rain delay cools off Davenport a little bit.
All of those we just saw, big ones, all of them right down the middle. And it's been that serve that has helped Lindsay Davenport move closer to a return to the Wimbledon final. 3 of Davenport Sharapova.
That's the serve that she's continued to hit extremely well. I mean, she's just gone up the middle consistently. Sharapova has not had an answer for it. It's a low part of the net. Her percentage is awesome in this match. Sharapova is trying to do to Davenport. Lindsay was the one that found the angle. Again, Sharapova with no reply.
Look of disbelief from Sharapova.
She looked up at Yuri and said, what's going on here? She's not supposed to get these back. This is a very well-struck ball, and she just sort of gives it that Agassi. Off the baseline, almost like a half volley, just takes Sharapova's pace, hits the line for a winner. It's way tougher than it looks, believe me.
Well, no matter what physical ailments, and Lindsay certainly has fought her share. Knee 2 years ago, foot problem hobbled her last year. The striking of the ball hasn't changed.
Davenport, no, she did not do enough with that approach shot. Miss hit right off the frame. She just guided it. There's just not a lot on it.
Volley from Davenport, and she holds again.
Miss Davenport leads 3-1.
Davenport gets to this one, but is still in a bit of a defensive mode up here. Knows she can only afford to hit one volley because she's off the court out of position. So she makes sure she sweeps across it, angles it beautifully into the short court for the winner. Definitely not the fastest player around Davenport, but at 6'2", she's got a terrific wingspan, and she knows where to be.
15 long.
A must hold here for Sharapova. And then see if she can have put some pressure on the Davenport serve.
First ace
for Sharapova.
thing she's trying to do is put more on that second serve.
40
Lindsay
love.
Davenport has more trouble attacking it. She got the ace at 15 love. That one was well struck as well. Opened up the court for her.
Sharapova, and she holds at low. It still has some road to time. Day of emergence in the tennis world, and you can see where she stands on the list. Great names all. Youngest Wimbledon semifinalists. It's sort of a jolt for us all to be reminded that Martina Hingis actually won Wimbledon at that age.
Unbelievable, at only 16 years of age. And now she's not even playing, retired.
Kornikova as well.
Left court gave her a little bit extra time to line it up. She took advantage of it.
Love it.
Lindsay just hesitated for that little bit of time. It was enough for Sharapova to take advantage, get the ball by her. Serve. I mean, she should move over to the center of the court. Because Davenport's really hurt her with that serve right up the middle. Give her a different look.
It's been relentless, and it hasn't been overpowering speed, Lindsay.
Well, it's pretty good, though. I mean, over 100 miles an hour on average. But Sharapova, of all the 4 semifinalists, she's done the least against her opponent's first serve. They've been winning 60%. Davenport's got a better serve than anyone she's faced. That's a beauty.
That ball was a little short, not as much on it as shots that Lindsay's hit earlier in the match. Sharapova just playing a smart ball cross court. Here's it, serve again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, Lindsay's going to keep going there.
Absolutely, until Sharapova shows she can handle it.
She needs to move forward and cut it off at an angle, take it a little earlier, like you would do here if the ball went wide to your forehand. Not let it get away from you.
Well, Sharapova has her first chance in a while. Just the second break point of the match for Sharapova. The teenager's been waiting for. She held it love for the first time and breaks for the first time.
3 games all.
Well, see, when Lindsay's on the run, she's just not as sure of herself. She wasn't able to get enough on that to pull it into the